Hello, friends. We got a big one today. So ran a recent fan art poll to figure out what we're going to do next on the channel, and pretty soon those are going to be doing only on through the coffee page. So I'll obviously let you know when we're going to do another one. But for this one, it was close. It was close between Pokemon and Dungeon Meshi. Dungeon Meshi pulled it out by a single vote. So, I'm gonna get to Pokemon eventually. I've got a fun idea for something I want to do for Pokemon, but maybe for the future. But anyways, I love Dungeon Meshi. It's my favorite anime right now. I'm probably gonna have to read the manga when I run on anime episodes because it's just that good. It's a feel good show. I love it. So we're gonna draw a Dungeon Meshi poster. I call it Dungeon Meshi. This is something of I was talking with my friends about this. When do you become that person who refers to anime and manga by its Japanese name and not its English name? And in the case for me, it's just because Dungeon Meshi rolls off the tongue better than Delicious in Dungeon. So that's why I call it Dungeon Meshi. And whatever. It's. I think about it. What about if you're talking about My Hero? Like, I would call it My Hero. I just call it My Hero pretty much for the most part. But if I was going to refer to it by its full title, I would call it My Hero Academia. Just because that is easier for me to say than Boku no Hero Academia. So it just makes more sense to me when it's easier to say. So Dungeon Meshi. It's Dungeon Meshi. We're going to be talking today about the show probably, and start my timer because I'm doing a series now and I got to remember where the episode breaks are. I don't know what I'm going to do for this. We're going to figure it out. This is really, we're starting from zero here. Curtain all the way back. I have done no work on this. I've got an image search result for Dungeon Meshi on my other screen here, and I don't know how many characters I'm going to draw. I don't know what they're going to be doing. It's probably going to be food related. There will be Senshi, and there will be some kind of food at play. And I'd like to get... I'm on the fence, right? I want to get Senshi in there, I want to get Chilchuk in there, I want to get Laios in there, and I want to get Marcel in there. That's my main priority. Do I want to put Izutsumi in there? I don't know. I just got to Izutsumi in the anime. I don't know a whole lot about her yet. Do I want to put Fallon in there? I don't know. Those would be the two characters who I would maybe want to do and maybe not. I would get your core 4 and maybe, because Izutsumi really is part of core 5, honestly. I think we've achieved core 5 with Izutsumi joining the party. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that. Fallon is in a weird spot of being kind of, MacGuffin / pseudo antagonist. So probably no Fallon. Maybe Izutsumi. Let's do some drawing. Let's draw some ideas, right? This could be a long series. I'll start with some Senshi stuff because I love Senshi. And this could even be the kind of thing where none of these sketches make it to the final, but... This is, I watch anime dubs a lot. And the primary reason being that I am drawing at the same time, and I need to be able to listen and understand. it's part of the reason I want to learn Japanese. Most of the reason I want to learn Japanese is to read manga, but the other part is I'd like to be able to watch anime in the original language at some point, but I am not typically opposed to a good dub, honestly, because there are a lot of good dubs out there, and dubs have honestly gotten to the point where you really don't lose a whole lot by listening to the dub over the sub. And in some cases, you even gain things. And in the case of Dungeon Meshi, Senshi, of course, is voiced by one of my favorite voice actors and somebody who I'm a big fan of, Sungwon Cho. So that kind of clinched it for me on watching the dub. And I didn't even know that Sungwon was in the show until because I watched the first episode, straight up, just with the sub, paying full attention to it and not drawing, and then it got to the point where it was like, all right, I want to, because I love Trigger, and I typically like to pay very close attention to Trigger shows and appreciate the animation fully and everything, but I got to a point where I was too far behind, and I was talking with friends who really wanted to talk about Dungeon Meshi, so I'm like, okay, I gotta catch up. So I started watching the dub, and Senshi opened his mouth, and it was Sungwon, and I was like, oh shit, Sungwon show dub. So yeah, I started watching the dub instead, and what a perfect casting, honestly. Okay, so already out the gate, I'm doing it wrong. Right? I have talked about this countless times in videos, and it's like getting bogged down in details before you have settled the broad strokes. So yeah, Senshi's my favorite, which has got to be like the least controversial statement. And I'm sure that I'm going to set off somebody like, it's Laios or Dios. I also love Laios. I love them all. That's the real thing, where it's like, I really do love them all. They all have their bits of charm, and it's just a wonderful little show. I'm not married to any of this right now. I'm just trying to get some ideas out. And I'm sure I'm going to be falling back on some of my old tricks as I progress through this. I haven't busted out the golden ratio yet, but you can bet your butt it's going to be in there at some point. Part of these videos for me is an experiment in phasing curse words out of my vocabulary. I've worked very blue in the past. I've been on a lot of podcasts, and I drop a lot of profanity. And I don't know, maybe I don't need to, right? So YouTube's got this whole thing, and I'm not monetized at this point, but I'd probably like to be someday, right? And it's like I work in comics and I go to live events either at cons or comic shops, and I enjoy talking to everybody. I enjoy talking to anybody who wants to talk to me about art and comics. I love it. Talk to you all day. Please buy things. But even if you don't, I'll talk to you all day. But honestly, the kids are like some of the most passionate fans, and they're gonna. The future of the industry kind of hinges on the back of the youth, and I don't want to scare them away by dropping F-bombs on them. And of course YouTube is like, you get demonetized, I know, if you get age restricted or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is that happens if you swear a lot. Really, I don't care about profanity in general. I don't want it to be seen as a crutch either, though. I wrote a comic that has profanity in it the other day, and I'm debating. I'm like, does it need it? In some cases, I think it adds to the story and to the characters. If it services the kind of the mood of the characters, then absolutely it's something that needs to be left in. But I edited a script for somebody once, and that was like my primary note to them. It's just like, who are you trying to be, speaking with all of these, dropping F-bombs every other word, and then some really offensive terms in there. And I think that the point was to try to make it gritty and real, but it just seemed like cartoonishly foul, and not in a good way. I don't encourage censorship. I don't encourage sanitization of your material. But I also think that, vulgarity for its own sake is overrated. I don't know. These are like my personal opinions, and they change frequently. I say all this as I'm drawing like graphic upskirt Senshi, which is just kind of, I don't know. I love these character designs, and the fact that Senshi doesn't wear pants is really funny. Like, it's charming. He's got his little sandals and his little shin guards and no pants. Here's get like a, how neurotic are you? I set alarms and then check them every 5 minutes to make sure that they're still running. So yeah, my character, my power rankings, my Dungeon Meshi power rankings. Who's your fave? Senshi's my fave. And then after that, it's like three-way tie. And then I haven't really formed an Izutsumi opinion yet. Senshi by a nose, three-way tie, Izutsumi. His jury's still out. my very close friend who I appreciate Meshi with, and I won't say her name in case she doesn't want to have her name said. But we were talking about, she's a very picky eater, and we were talking about the addition of Izutsumi to the party, and she was saying to me, like, Izutsumi is clearly like the picky eater of the group, and I'm just not sure that I'm ready for the inevitable story arc of picky eater to loves all the food in this character. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I kind of I like her and her attitude because she's she hates Lyos. It's really silly. But my friend that I was talking about, we were we love the show. We love talking about the show. We love talking about the characters. And she was very upset that, like, you have that moment where you realize that if you actually met these characters, they probably wouldn't like you very much. And she was very upset that, and you know, I can understand this because, you know, Senshi's my favorite. It's like, but if I ever met Senshi, I don't think he would really want to talk to me because I don't like food that much. Shin guards. Dun, dun, do, 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 do. We're gonna need to get monsters in here too. Always trying to think about, like, what's the core thing that we want to communicate. Food, characters, monsters, though, because the monsters are the food. Those are intrinsically linked. I love this little ball of Senshi here, though. That's really good. And some more beard. I'm not really going to see his shoulders very much, but there's some shoulder. More beard. Trying to get into this style of treating some of these things almost like you're carving them out of solid objects. Lends more heft and gravity. I gotta draw his little foots. Awesome. Where does he wear the knife when he's not holding it in his hand? Maybe he should just be holding it in his hand. Who knows? I guess maybe we'll find out next time. All right, hey, thanks for getting started on this on me today. Thanks for voting for Dungeon Meshi. If you didn't vote for Dungeon Meshi, I hope you still enjoy it. And don't worry, there will be more polls in the future, and they'll be through the Ko-fi page. So go ahead and check out the Ko-fi page. Think about becoming a subscriber. Think about becoming a member. Think about supporting me in the things that I do. It's very useful to me, and it helps me continue this this grand adventure with you. So consider it. You're going to have a lot of fun new things for subscribers coming over the next couple of weeks as the social media sphere disintegrates into nothing for artists, and we all try to create our own little lifeboats in newsletters and newsletters and other things. So hey, this YouTube channel is something that I'm really excited about keeping going, and I'm hoping you'll come with me on that. So that's something that you'll be supporting. So you can subscribe to the free newsletter to get kind of like a weekly digest of things that I'm going through, monthly big updates on comic projects, etc., and of course paid subscriber content, which would be for behind the scenes things, maybe some new comics coming up. A little bit too soon to announce anything on that, but real soon. Got some exciting things in that sphere, and then exclusive video stuff too. I'm gonna be making available that you're gonna hear more about on the channel and other things. So hey, check out that Ko-fi page. Maybe check out my Substack. Subscribe to the newsletter. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it. And let's get involved. Let's stay in touch. Let's talk about art stuff. It's gonna be cool. All right, thanks for tuning in today, and we will see you next time.